Everybody, it bubbles and it bobbles. It's Bubble Bobble, developed and published by Taito. They did it all themselves, no outsourcing here. I mean, it's an all-time classical arcade game. Now it is the beginning of a fantastic journey. Let us make a journey to the Cave of Monsters. Good luck. Thank you. Remember, there was a Bubble Bobble arcade machine right next to the Contra arcade machine that they had at the local pizza place in the town I lived in. Come on now. That doesn't mean I'm any good at Bubble Bobble, though, mind you. Oh, that's right. That's right. You can ride your bubbles up. You have to forgive me here. There's gonna be some atrocious gameplay here, starting off. You know, because because reasons. Because I haven't played Bubble Bobble in ages. Okay, and knowing that I can just jump through the platforms is good knowledge to have as well. I don't have to, you know, jump around them, so that makes things nice and simple. Doesn't mean I'm gonna perform any better, probably. See, look at that, look at that. This is all gonna be an embarrassment to Bubble Bobble aficionados everywhere. Look at that, it's already a game over. But look at that. You can continue right at the round you left off at. It's an arcade game with continues, baby. And look at how they all fall down. That wine glass vanished on me, which I'm not super thrilled about. I wouldn't exactly call that, oh, what do the kids say, Kino? I won't have time to get that orange. I'm too busy falling. I got the orange. Never mind. Never mind. The game is a little floaty. You know, it takes a little bit of time to get used to the movement mechanics here. It's 600 pointerinos for that gem there. That's not a lot. Look at how slowly you fall too. Gravity works a little bit differently in the world of Bubble Bobble, you know. Anyway, it's a simple enough game to where clearly I don't have to, like, explain to anybody how it works, right? We're just sitting here playing it outright. There we go. Got him. You're better off just, looping up. Never mind, you can't loop up, you can only loop down. Well, that was foolish of me. Yeah, a 200-point mushroom? Just overpowered, man. 3,000-point grape. I'm not quite sure what I gotta do to, smash up the... Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? I have a feeling that, touching the X would be a bad move. Okay, I just have to touch that bubble, turns out. Again, I'm not gonna touch that. It's a round thing with an X in it. You have to be a fool to think that it is your friend. Don't mind if I do. Anyway, you know, Bubble Bobble. It's got a great little soundtrack here. It's pretty much just the one song, so you're not gonna get a whole lot of variance here. But a joyful little track it is. You know, I can't really complain when this is the song you get to hear a million times in a row. Despite the fact that it literally just sounded like I was complaining. By exaggerating with words like billion. Anywho. We get a nice little carrot. We couldn't get the pepper over there, which would have been worth way more than the carrot, but that's fine. An E. Like the classic meme E. Oh, I see. It makes me really fast and impossible to control. Okay. Everything do be bubbling. We've been hit! It had to happen eventually, right? Look at that. Look at that. Just annihilating everything. The game may be adorable, but it's also very destructive. Incredibly violent game. We have an E and we have a D, so that clearly is good. You can't rapid fire, really. Like, if you get a bunch of things coming at you at the same time, you can be in for some troubles. That sounded like an Extra Life kind of sound effect, though. Which, you know, we'll just immediately squander. Such is the way I do things here. Okay. I guess, we sped into eternity and rammed that last enemy. I don't know how it works. I'm figuring it all out as I go. This level seems a little, I was gonna say a little unwelcoming. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take the orange. Hold on. Never mind. I thought I could ride my bubbles up, but I must have just, like, remembered that in a strange fugue state that I had just recently entered. Well, and yet there has to be a way, because, you know, you gotta be able to get out of here. Have I soft-locked myself? Oh no, now it's saying hurry. I can't do it, man. I don't got the gall. A death was probably what I needed there to get out of it, you know? I don't know, man. Round 12 already, either way. So, try not to get yourself stuck in the death columns. Unfortunately, oh, we figured out a way out, I guess, somehow. I was gonna say, unfortunately, the enemies are kind of shoehorning themselves into the death columns. That was just, you know, that was embarrassingly bad, that move. Not a professional maneuver at all. Got him. Now, we can actually safely move down here, because that's the last of the enemies. Look at that. And that time, you know, we apparently just, like, sped through the entire level and didn't get stuck there. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. I'm sure there exists a set of rules that would explain these things to you. Perhaps one that you could read. But as I've said before, you know, that's for nerds. I don't know how to get in there either. I gotta figure out, like, how to do that little, like... That... Okay, it has something to do with the, blue bubbles, for sure. Yeah! Just 6,000 points for those gems? I think I gotta jump, like, on top of the blue bubbles. Yeah. Okay. And that gets you through those tiny little cracks. I just don't really know how to finesse it. You know, I'm a Bubble Bobble amateur. And now the game's getting real irate. It's saying, dude, you waste my time one more time. So this level is going to confound me. I'm not going to have any idea what to do here. But since I died, I no longer have to hurry, so that's great. Okay. Never mind. We don't even have to actually travel through there. We can just do our best to send the blue bubbles through. And it did work. It did bring us to our next round here. So it's not just all about scoring big. Some of these levels kind of have puzzle-ish elements to them. 800 points. That's it. Embarrassingly low. 1,000's fine. I'll take that. Very nice. Run! Get the oranges! Nice! Got them both before the level switched over. Gotta take the small victories, you know? Oh, blue bubble. I can tell I need it. Uh-oh. I went up here and rapidly saw many, many enemies. Okay, that's good. Look at that. We zip, zap, zap our way right through there, but I don't know how to get up here. Oh, no, obviously I can just jump up there. That's not a problem. You know, that's half the battle, is just not overthinking everything. As long as you go up there, like, first, so you don't get locked in there. Actually, you could just escape up that way now that I think about it. So never mind. None of that was as difficult as I thought. It was all just, a symptom of me overthinking everything. Which is a common enough thing. I'm gonna, you know, run down here. Grab the goods before I jump up there and engage our final foe. Yeah, the grapes, the grapes. That's 3,000 points for the grapes. That's worth the orange and the pepper together. So you obviously gotta go for it. That was a little spicy of a move there, admittedly. Don't mean to, you know, toot my own horn about that. Okay, we got some lightning bolts. Beautiful. The lightning bolts may not be my friend. I think that's actually they may be spawned from these terrible wizards. No! Well, I'm alive, so I guess screaming no wasn't the worst thing ever. No, I'm just trying to figure out what the purpose of the lightning is. Because it's not killing me, but it's certainly not giving me vibes that I am welcome. I got a T, though. Oh, you probably gotta spell like Taito or something. No, because it gives you a D at some point. There's no D in Taito. Come on, first grade spelling stuff there. They teach you all the proper nouns for Japanese game companies in first grade. Dude, that felt pretty good. I somehow escaped a terrible fate. Escaped a terrible fate again? I'm not blowing any doors down with my figuring out the puzzles or anything like that here. I tend to get stuck and that's bad, but my actual warfare reflexes are doing okay. Oh no, see, like when it comes to getting stuck, we've died on the menorah. It's fine. So maybe that is the worst part about the lightning. Maybe just the fact that it stuns you, locks you in place like that. Maybe that is literally just like the entire problem. That was, boy. That's what we call ambitious, to be kind. That's what we call ambitious as well, to be kind. That, however, is what we just call brutal. Oh, did you see that? He jumped right out of nowhere. We're obviously not scoring high because I keep dying to death. But you know what? I'm just here to survive, man. Let's get that E. I don't know what it wants us to try and spell, by the way. Dude, oh, I thought I survived. Well, boy, I really wish there were a way out of here. Maybe the... Oh! For a brief moment... I don't know how I did that. The turbo button helped. I think... Okay. It's something like if you... Look at that. if you, like, jump the second that you hit it, or something like that, then you can kind of jump off it. I don't know. I'm trying to verbalize what I think is going on there, and it's clearly not working out. Okay, okay, very good. Maybe that's like a major property of the bubbles, is you gotta give it like a real spooky double jump, and then you can bounce off them. Maybe that's what I've been missing this whole time, which is where the turbo button really comes into play, because then you don't really gotta worry about timing. You can just mash that turbo button, and then you do be moving. Okay, so this is what we call awful. The game has gotten very, very, very fast all of a sudden. Okay, we're slow again. Good. I was going too fast for my own comfort. So it looks like this level, you basically just wait for them all to get down to your level, and then you blow them all up. However, I do have to travel up there to pop that boy. So here we go. Exciting. What a cheeky place for the orange to drop. We got it, though. We got it. Every point matters. That's why I keep hitting continue and losing all my points. This strikes me as a big fat trap. So let me just pick up that. Like, you gotta be able to, like, use the shocks to, like, shoot them, right? Nope, that just shot the wrong way entirely. I don't actually know what I'm doing, as it turns out. But I'll take the fight to him. What could go wrong? It's not gonna let me. Nobody was in my path there. That was just tragic. It's like, hey man, hurry, you gotta get through this level. I'm like, yo, what do you want from me, though? Okay, you can shoot them out of there. Oh yeah, and now we got the big scary ghost guy who tries to eat you. I remember this. This is what it means when it says hurry. They're like, yo, be quick or we're going to annihilate you with the power of ghost energy. Which, honestly, is kind of easy to avoid. You just keep moving, and it's not that big of a deal. Could you, like, fire the correct way? Never mind. He's very difficult. He'll kill you every time. I shot it the right way. It's just, man, this is a very, very tricky level. But at least I get the gimmick. You gotta jump on the left side of it to actually shoot a bolt, but the timing will always be wrong. Wouldn't call it exactly intuitive. That was my fault. I should have jumped down way sooner on that one. It's actually just impossible. Thanks, Taito. You gave me an impossible level. What is this? Oh, no, 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 no. I've proven that I am indeed a mistake. I'm not fast enough. It's great. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll just try it again. This level is I don't want to, you know, use a cliched line. Oh! What happened there? We've just been gifted a win? Never mind, it's the easiest level on the planet. Clearly, you just gotta, you know, pick up the necklace. I have found out all of the victory tips. By that I mean a single victory tip that I accidentally stumbled upon and still don't even know if I quite understand fully. Yeah, we'll just go for this one. We know it's there. We know we can get it. Wave it all off. Stave it off. 1, 2, 3. And now you can count to 3. I just want to say, I mean, obviously, that's a Homestar Runner reference, and you all knew that. No chance my viewer base hasn't watched every episode of Homestar Runner. But, unironically, one of the most influential things to ever exist on the internet, by my estimation. I salute the creators of Homestar Runner for being huge on developing my own sense of humor as a kid, and just for contributing so much to internet culture. Popcorn! Wonderful! That's not popcorn! That's purple ghosts! What kind of movie theater are you running here? Oh no! The fire does not really help me out. But it doesn't help them out either. And that's the most important thing here. Oh, I wanted to get down there. There's so much to pick up there. Oh well. It's not like I was ever worried about points to begin with anyway. They came down hard, man. Bruh. The pepper has evaded me, so we must simply deal with more oranges while sliding through the fiery hells of Bubble Bobble. Nice, got that one. Got that one somehow! I am very surprised that it didn't kill me. That one I should have adjusted. All sense when it comes to physics and all that. What a sentence. All of that was pointing to the fact that I was about to eat it. That's all? 400 points? It seems pretty pathetic. I jumped too high. Got too close to the sun. I like how you can just kind of like dive over the landscape like that. Come on, boys. Got him. Oh, look at all the cake! Too bad I can't get it all. I can't get like any of it. Why do I keep falling through? Whatever. It's a level beaten. We're done. The levels in this game, you know, they're all quick. The hard part is surviving them. Wowie. Okay, we can get an N and a T here. So we did. Only one letter away from spelling NTR. That was dangerous. Danger means nothing to me, though. Oh, I wanted the staff, man. I'll deal with oranges. Yeah, I was gonna say, carry me away. I don't even need your extra time. I don't need your charity, you level. Somebody on the internet asked, I guess they didn't ask me specifically, but they asked kind of an open forum. They were like, hey, what can I do to insult people on video games, because I keep getting banned for the words that I choose. I'm like, well, you're probably an idiot. But I just suggested that he call people firefighters, but say it in like a really derogatory tone. I was like, they will be so confused as to why you were so confident that that was like an insult that they won't even know how to respond. That's that. Because that's the trick. The best insults are not even insults. The best insults, you just say like a regular plain Jane word, and then have them wonder why the heck you chose that specifically. Oh no. I have ruined it all. I don't know how that happened. I don't know where he came from. Anyway, roll it back. This level is a bit of a nightmare, I would say. Heavy nightmare territory for sure. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, you'd probably be like, "Hey, it keeps coming back." What the heck? It's got me saying heck like I'm on some Satanist server. That's just what we call incredible gameplay. Just like that. Look at that. When people tell you to roll it back, and that's what you manage, congratulations, you're the king of rolling it back. Look at that, look at that. No, 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 I gotta pop it, I gotta pop it. We popped it, we're good. It's my favorite Anamanaguchi song, Pop It. Boy, that song brings me back. It's not even that old, but, you know, it came out in the point where, like, my entire life changed, like, every day. You know, that point when you're just out of high school and, like, you're making all kinds of different decisions. Some of them are terrible decisions, some of them are great decisions, but they all, like, drastically alter your life constantly. Heck of a time. I'm glad I don't have to do it again. But yeah, Pop It by Anamanaguchi. That came out during that period, so I'm reminded of that very, very specific period in my life, and it's just a great song, honestly. So, okay, I see. The entrance to hell is up here. And now, we dive right in! Look at that. Yeah. Drop as many snacks down here as you'd like, man. The grapes out there, I'd love to have them, but I'm not gonna sweat missing out on them. Because again, my score is just permanently terrible because I keep getting hit with the game over. Look at that, though. That should be an extra life, which means I now finally know where where my life meter is. It's way down there, hiding as a little 2. You wanna come up here, man? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh man, this dude's gonna be a pain to take out. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I'm screwed. Speaking of being screwed, watch this. Yeah, we use the iframes here. As long as you keep your brain large, you'll keep game overing. Nah, this is the kind of game, if you want to score well in Bubble Bobble, you gotta, like, have full mastery of every level. You gotta just know exactly what to do all the time. Which is, of course, possible. People do it, you know. But, at the present moment. Let me one moment here. Okay, we're back. I love that pause recording feature. Honestly, XSplit, I do pay for it. I pay for the premium features, which some people may say, "Hey, you're a chump. You could use OBS." But honestly, XSplit has been working better for me than OBS ever did. You wanna actually float upwards? Come on, man. Well, that does solve our hurry up problem, I suppose. How are you supposed to do that? Unless I'm missing something very obvious and I'm just totally brain dead. It's possible. Far be it from me to remove that as a possibility. Come on, I keep jumping directly up into him from below. And yeah, it keeps, oh wait. That's kind of what you gotta do, but getting over there. Getting onto one that already starts floating up is very, very difficult. Like, if it sort of start going upwards, I'd be safe. I would have figured it out. Would have been my Bubble Bobble salvation. Oh, dude, look at this. Look at this. No, don't get ghosted. No, 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 no. Well, okay, watch this. We lure it. Once you realize that it only moves, like, directly up, directly left, or directly right, it's still a nightmare. But it becomes slightly less of a nightmare. Dude. I don't know how to escape. I can't escape. This... Welcome to Mega Heck. It finally got me. And if I would have had one more life, I could have respawned back up there. Well, I could have respawned and gotten rid of the final enemies, but not so. Not so. This is dastardly, man. This is some evil villain twirling their mustache kind of shit. Any of these bubbles want to start floating upwards? I don't know how to get them to float upwards is the thing. I feel like it's kind of luck. So, maximum sprite flicker here. We're already at hurry up mode! This seems a little, This seems incredibly rude, is what I was gonna say. Get out of here! Why? The game doesn't work. The game probably works fine. I'm probably just not understanding it. Yeah. We call that a time reset. It's a nice little tactical thing we do. A nice tactical loss of life. Dude, come on. And the problem is, once you're like in the middle of the wall, you can't move left or right. So if you see a bubble to the left or the right start to go up, you can't really move over there. What I'm saying is, this level is hell, and I think I'm doing what they want you to do on it too. I just don't know, like, sometimes the bubbles, sometimes they go up, sometimes they don't, you know? And I'm gonna die again, but that's fine, you know? We'll just keep retrying this godforsaken level until something works. I guess. That's all I can do. Dude, almost! See, and look at that, you can't move over either, so you kind of just get screwed. And these won't go up at all. Okay, well... Say, it's nice to be here, but the ghost is back, so, we're kind of doomed. Unless... Yo! We did it! That was an absolute disaster. An absolute travesty. I don't ever want to see that level again in my life, so what's it gonna do to make it worse for me? This doesn't seem like the worst thing ever. Right, it's just... wait, I see where the conundrum with this level comes in. We gotta pretty much pop them all immediately. Because or else they'll just float off into the distance. Yeah, okay. That is a bit of a problem. Terrible. But it should be easier here, right? Oh, no, that's right, that's right. They do eventually free themselves. So then we just gotta wait for them to come back down here angrier than ever. Or just, you know, jump up and get them. So that, okay, that wasn't so bad. That seemed like it was a little more brutal than it actually was. It's the golf course rule. Make the hole look harder than it is. Okay, the fire is helpful in that it does murder everything. Timing, man, timing. Not so bad. Because I do have to pop him. Not so big of a deal. Let's just burn ourselves alive, but you know, no. Yeah. We're good. This game gives me minor Adventures of Lolo vibes, mainly because some of the puzzle levels are just like really stinking tough. Okay, well, that didn't work so well. Yeah, because more than being just a like direct action arcade game, it really is more of a puzzle arcade game. Alright, rely on the fire! The fire is very good in this level. It's incredibly overpowered. We just kind of forsook the power, though. Decided I didn't need the fire. That's good enough. As long as I can pass the level in some capacity. Now, obviously, because you get so many continues, you can start at like whatever round you want. That makes actually like playing all the levels and beating all of the levels in Bubble Bobble fairly easy. Meaning, it's an NES game that anybody could beat. Come on now. That's not so good. They're popping after one go for me now. I'm not sure why. I think the problem is jumping like directly on top of them. Although I'm not sure. I actually don't know. Yeah, sometimes they just pop, and I don't know why. If only I majored in Bubble Bobble, and then, you know, when we finally make it to the top, then is when the ghost ices us. Or maybe it's that we can't jump on, like, the directly same pixel. No, that's not it. I have a lot of theories, but none of them are panning out, you know? What a terrible fate. Just a very sloppy death. And that's also very sloppy. Very good. Very good. Check it out. Check it out. There we go. And now they just kind of fly through the air permanently. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, come on. Saw that coming. I think that really is the trick, is to just not jump on that thing. Not jump on your bobbles. Your bubbles directly from above. Dude. Yes. And now, I don't think it matters if they fly forever. I think that the game will acknowledge that we have destroyed all enemies. Yes, and we're on to the next stage. Okay. See, I'm figuring this stuff out so fast, I can't even, like, properly vocalize what I figured out. You just have to guess. Dude. That's a free E. Yeah. Hooray, E. Don't let them free now. Okay, we've fallen through the floor. A classic. This is a decent game. This is a rock solid little video game here, Bubble Bobble. I've played it in the past. I played the arcade machine that was at the pizza place when I was a kid, but I haven't really gone out of my way to play a whole lot of it is the thing. So this is kind of the most I've been subjected to it. Which means, I force myself to look at it. I should have grabbed that donut, by the way. That was just negligence. So what do you guys do? What's your whole shtick? Well, one of them killed me. This guy, I'm not looking forward to this. I think I may have made a mistake somewhere here. So check it out. We just, yeah. I messed something up there somewhere down the line. I think the idea is that you just, I don't know what the idea here is. Admittedly. All of the grunts are dead, though. Nobody else can really hurt me now. However, he's a problem. He's a big problem. This is when you ask, how do you stop such a creature? Oh. No, I almost farted out. Hold on. Yo! We got in there. Yes. Outstanding. Just, fight your way through. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just have to eventually win. I wanted that diamond, but we're a little out of luck with that now. The sounds, man. They all make me nervous. We're fine. We're safe. We're not that fine. We're still fine. We are getting rushed here, which killed me. A nice little death-induced death. Huh? I mean, I know that was purely my fault. I'm more so hanging myself. Oh, come on. Thought I could get that lightning bolt properly timed out. The answer is a resounding no, however. Dude! Okay, that's one down, which is good. But it's gonna take more than that. Come on. Oh, especially when it's all like, hey man, hurry up. That's when I'm like, yo, I don't do well under pressure, game. That's a game over. Very poor performance. I didn't deserve anything better than what I got there. But part of being a graceful loser is understanding that. I did fair play. Didn't even consider the purple people eater there. And I'm not talking about the Vikings defense in the 1970s. Oh, did you see that threaded needle? It is like you could have gotten both, and instead you opted to get neither. I'm so embarrassed. Come on. Ah, it's always too low. I'm like, spawn one? Spawn one? Get spawned it! The luck! The exceptional luck. They're not gonna give me points, but I don't care. I just, I'm charging through levels. Okay, we got an SOS here. Sting has entered the chat. That's it? Dude, that's like... That's a baby level compared to how everything else has been. There was nothing to that. That was simple. I mean, yeah, that pepper up there is avoiding me at all costs, but... That was nothing. You're really gonna hit me with a level like that and be like, ooh, welcome to the big leagues, kid. I'm like, dude, this is Bush League at best. And now, in this level, the springs are just coming straight at me. I don't even gotta put effort into it. Except for this top one who has decided he wants to vibe up at the very top of the level. But, you know, we just... There. That's how we deal with him. Like an adult. Oh, I'd love your orange, but, look at... Just nearly got it. Okay, from SOS to ouch. Ooh, that's why it's saying ouch, because there's a large quantity of bad guys. The necklace? I thought that the necklace was like an OP super kill everything power-up. I was wrong. That appeared to be like a one-off. Either that or I misunderstood a mechanic in the past. Which is obviously incredibly possible. Otherwise, though, well done. I didn't completely bomb it. Level 46, look at this, we're averaging... Level 47, we're averaging like a level a minute. It's probably bad. I don't know. I got no sense of what makes a man good at Bubble Bobble. Nice, nice, nice. Feel the fire. Can you not, like, go to the left? Did I almost ride the hurry button? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, no. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. It didn't do it to me. If you gotta ask what it is, it's it. Nah, couldn't get the orange. Our powers of falling are greatly subpar. We can't fall as well as some of the other great video game heroes of our time. So, okay, the bubble's floating around up there, a little concerning. However, they'll just come right back down to me. A little concerning, yet still. Oh wait, you know, we can just climb the little tower. What was I worried about this whole time? I should have chosen the left side. I got them both anyway! Yeah, give me the pepper. What? Excuse me? New enemies? I wasn't prepared. They didn't send me to camp with the knowledge that I needed this. I'm gonna be that kid who shows up with nothing that he needs. Okay, well. Let's just try that again. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh! It died! I thought I was gonna just, like, land on it and die myself. Dude, McDonald's French fries! Here we go! America, yeah! Not so bad. We made it through that one. This, however... Oh, no. This is the worst version of Space Invaders I've ever played. This isn't that awful. This isn't that awful. See? Ah! Come on. That was a mistake. Okay. Just pop it. Pop it. Yeah. And that's an extra life. It's as easy as 30,000 points. Oh, come on, man. And then we immediately botch it. The power of Zeus compels you. Apparently. 7,000, 4,000. That's some good eats there. And me saying that makes sense because we're actually eating cake. Boy, boy, boy! Oh my god! What's going on? Okay, we're alive. Get the grapes. Good, good, good. That's good points. We've broken 100,000. I think I did that before earlier in the easier levels when I wasn't dying every single level. But still, that's not so impressive right there. That's admittedly kind of a little terrible. What is this heart? Ooh, everything is on drugs now. We have just coked up all of the enemies. The fortunate part about that is they're not actually doing anything. Okay, that seemed good. Is this crown worth anything? 9,000 points! Is it worth anything? Good question. Didn't grab the E, but I don't know what the E does anyway, so I'm not concerned. Let's, you know, we can ignore that just happened. But not for long! And check this dude out. He's angry, but we're angrier! Oh my... I was so convinced I was gonna make a massive mistake there. Give orange. Thank you. We're gonna hit 150k. We're gonna do it. Don't you worry. This is just a good old classic, you know, slugfest on this stage. Yeah, 150k. Easy. Not even a question. And we got all the little bonuses. Or the vast majority of little bonuses. The only little bonuses I cared about. Change my own goalposts to not feel ashamed of myself. I'll be like, if I didn't get it, I didn't want it. Ooh, look at that! You fall so slowly, man. So easy to just, you know, shoot you right out of midair. How does one come up with the concept of Bubble Bobble? They're like, you play as a little dinosaur, you shoot bubbles out of your mouth, and then you fight the all-time classic NES enemy type, obscure geometry. You gotta... I need to travel up there, please? I don't know how to travel up there! No, 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 no! I hate these levels. Mainly because I don't know how to beat them. I think that's a fair take, though. Well, we ruined our, actually, what was looking like a pretty decent high score. What? Yeah, like, there's no other buttons you can press, really, to make this go any better for you. And my bubbles are not traveling upwards, like, no matter what I do, it seems. So how is one supposed to actually make it up here? It's all like, oh, you better hurry, man. I'm like, yeah, but how? You can see my controller tracker. I'm pressing many different combinations of buttons here, but I can't actually travel up. I don't get it. Wait. I think I know what must be done. And it's vicious. Okay, watch this, watch this. Dang it, that was not what I meant to do. We gotta run it back, unfortunately. Give us another go. Hold on. I think what I have to do, I have to trap the purple guy in a bubble, and then ride his bubble up to the top, and then hope I don't die immediately. Come on, man. No, because his bubble is just sinking. Why are the bubbles all sinking? I don't know what to do. Wait. I thought I could, like, trap their bullets, but that's not really something that happens either. Yeah, the bubbles just keep going down. I'm trying to puzzle it out. I'm trying to, like, find any reason in that right now, but it's not happening. Is this really going to be the last 4 minutes of this episode now? It's just me not having no clue. Oh my. I can't jump on top of their bullets. Even if I could, the physics don't allow for you to actually make any upwards progress with that. I'm shooting as many bubbles as I can. But they only sink on this level. I legitimately don't know. Our password is Fedge. Hooray, Fedge. I can't, like, jump on you, can I? Nope. I don't see any reason why I could have. It's gotta have something to do with that column in the middle, right? Go ahead and kill me. I mean, that's kind of what I wanted at that point. It's too large, and my brain is too smooth. But that, I mean, it's too large of a mountain to climb. I don't know what is actually going on here. This is genuinely harrowing. This is like, can I trap its corpse in a bubble and then ride it upwards? Is that what the game wants from me here? I was gonna say, does the bubble have to hit the wall? Nope, they still travel down. Why are they traveling down, though? And I can't, like, hit up to make them travel up. I'm trying every combination of things I can think of, but this is... Boy, this is the brick wall phase. This was the level where they were like, alright, we're getting all the quarters. This was Taito's evil scheme to conquer all of the currency. I don't like it. Like, I genuinely would not hold out on any hope of me figuring this out. Do we have to put the cheeseburger in a bubble? No, that's not it. I'm stunned. I'm stunned and baffled. Do I have to put the hurry up ghost in a bubble? I know we can't put the hurry up ghost in a bubble, so that's clearing up. That's clearly not the solution. And yeah, we can't fly. There's no hidden flying technique. And look at that. Every bubble goes down. Hold on. Nope. I was like, maybe the bubble traveling down will push me through the floor. No, that's how desperate I am for a solution at this point now. Jump off the ghost? No such luck. Well, what a crock of shit, really. It was all going so well up to that point, but that's time. That's it, level 57. If you can figure out level 57, you'll be the god at the playground. All the other kids will bow down to you. They'll say, whoa, you figured out level 57? And you'll say, yeah, man. And that's it. That's how the conversation ends. There's nothing else at that point. Well, that's what I've got for you. It was good up until that point. a fine game, for the most part. Not, not the greatest of all time. Some people, I'm sure, think it is, and that's wonderful. That's the appeal of video games, something for everybody. But no, I did enjoy. I enjoyed it well enough. I still think I put it below Anticipation, though, just because Anticipation was such a unique little piece of work here. So okay. That's Bubble Bobble. We've seen it. I don't need to talk too much about it. I talk about it the whole time I play them. So what do we have next in the pipeline? Well, watch this. Watch this. Check out right here. Right here below me. Boom. There's the Master System list. Next up, we go back to the Master System and we play Thunderblade. I don't know what Thunderblade is, but, I'm sure it'll be very exciting. As always, thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next time.